It's crazy how half the year is already over.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Come on, go.
That's the truth, though.
I come over a little bit. Ah.
Did you grind it out today?
Did you? And today's gonna be a doozy of a topic.
Hey, what's up? I'm Rashad.
And I'm Keisha.
Hang with the Joneses. That is who we are. Podcast about marriage and stuff and the goings-ons in life. Episode number 59. You know what I'm saying? If you've been with us so far, we appreciate you. If you have not, go ahead and subscribe. It costs you nothing to subscribe. It's free. Like and share it too with your people with who are like-minded and like to talk about things from a Black marriage perspective. And also, if you want to support us, join the Patreon, patreon.com/hanging with the Joneses. And we have a couple tiers available for the people. And we can even do even more things that you can't do on YouTube on Patreon, especially watch along stuff like that. So when we actually do start watching other things and talk about stuff, we can do it there.
And we are finally
In a safe
on
place.
TikTok.
Why are you so, I still don't understand why you're so excited about TikTok. Can you explain why you're so excited about TikTok?
Because we're on all platforms. I receive requests to be on TikTok. I'm dead, seriously.
From who?
We ain't going up here and asking you like I'm naming names up here.
Yeah.
I received the requests.
A request or request?
No, requests.
All right. Today's topic, talking about somebody who you did not know was a person until last week, which is sad. And
Don't put me out there like
somebody,
that.
I mean, tell the truth, shame the devil, as folks would say.
Like that.
And somebody who we all know very well, for better or for worse, and that is
Sickness and health. I'm sorry.
no, not for her anyway.
Shut up.
Tabitha Brown and Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams got on her talk show and started to basically share her point of view about Tabitha Brown being able to retire her husband. And he was in the LAPD.
And that her husband was going to resent her for taking him out of his job.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, like, not even resent her, but just, like, use her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's basically what her husband did. And I think, jumping right into it.
That's basically, she actually said it.
Yeah, and I think that's where she messed up. And that's what I really want to. I don't really care about like the whole back and forth because Tabitha Brown just really like dead at that, and Wendy Williams ain't said nothing since.
I think she did, but Tabitha Brown.
What did Wendy Williams say after that?
I want to say
nothing.
Correctly, it was just like Tabitha Brown. We in my words, like she did that, like she read me.
That's what Wendy Williams said.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Oh.
I saw.
Yeah, again, ain't say nothing because then Wendy Williams is all about a comeback. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that definitely happened, and Tabitha Brown dead at that.
It was so, but because what I liked about Tabitha Brown comeback, probably like everyone else, I felt like it was genuine. Like she didn't come from, it didn't sound like a hateful place. Like she was really wishing well doing to Wendy Williams, and she really felt sorry for her.
Yeah, like the I hope love finds you. I mean, I don't think you could say that in an unkind way.
Yeah, you could.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you could.
I mean, for like.
But it felt real because sometimes you heard people give a statement like that, and you're like, that was passive aggressive.
Yeah,
That's crap.
it wasn't nice, nasty. It just was like
Heartfelt.
it was really on brand to who she is. Of course, you just realize who this person was. And especially in context, and the sad part, like we saw them on Black Love too, you still didn't make the correlation that was the same person.
Didn't connect.
Not at all. So
And I saw Goldie. I was like, oh, I know who that is. The Goldie vitamin she promote and the vegan lifestyle. Even she was the cop on Will and Grace. I was like, you didn't know that one.
Yeah. Nah, you didn't know that either.
Yes, I did.
Until you saw it somewhere.
Yes, I did. But either way, yes, I did. But either way, I was told Rashad, I'm like, she can tell Wendy Williams thank you because her brand just blew up now. Wendy Williams intentionally blew her up.
I can't even say blew her up. It just made her even more aware, because even before this whole Wendy Williams nonsense, she was already getting brand deals with like McCormick. She got her own seasoning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So people was already paying attention to her, and like she said on the Black Love, she's been trying to break into Hollywood for the longest. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is, it's not even getting up what we want to talk about, but how you can be doing a thing for so long and then that perseverance gets you through, but then you break in a way that is unexpected to what your quote unquote plan is. Like, I'm not sure, and this is what I don't like. Hold on, let me finish, because you remember her because she had the videos when she made the vegan bacon with the carrots, dehydrated carrots and all that stuff. Like that was Tabitha Brown. You don't remember that?
No.
That was a whole thing. Oh yeah, because you don't be on Instagram. So
right, exactly.
Yeah, but you want to dip your toe into TikTok. Don't even understand Instagram.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
So that's basically how like a lot of people started to realize who she was, because she was just so charismatic talking about vegan bacon, basically.
Well, and don't get me wrong, that's not to mean that people didn't know who she was. But you wasn't seeing her on the social media like you're seeing her now. More people who may not know who she was. No, so not to say she wasn't blow up. I feel like it took her a little bit higher level, and then her compact took her out of the stratosphere. Like that was it.
I think with that, more people get your phone. I think more people start. Can you silence that? We're recording.
It is silenced.
No, it's not. It's vibrating.
Okay.
Just hit the side. Yeah. So with that being said, I think exposure is exposure. So the one I really want to talk about is just the basis of the conversation behind Wendy's vitriol. Is the fact that, especially, I think we can relate to this too, is I've done something or you've done something and it's your turn. And I'm waiting for you to finish something so then I can begin something. Yeah. And that is essentially what Tabitha and her husband did, because when she made that promise to him, I'm gonna retire you, which is a very ballsy thing to say to a man. You know what I'm saying?
But it's something he wanted.
But that's what I'm saying, because he wanted to follow, but he really wanted. I think it's coaching. If I'm correct. Yeah. So he's already taking steps to do that thing, which again, Wendy Williams probably did not know. Just run at the mouth, making a headline. And the fact that she was able to do it and then announce it, because again, her following already knew probably what the plan was anyway. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I knew. And even like I wasn't really familiar with Tabitha Brown, I knew what her. But you understood like what the goal was. But yeah, going back to the whole like I hope love finds you, because Wendy Williams is always speaking, especially when it comes to relationships, out of her pain. And that's what it is. She was speaking. It was clearly, even though she said Tabitha Brown name, it wasn't about Tabitha. It was about her and her hurt. Yeah, it really wasn't about her.
Yeah, because after she said what Tabitha was gonna do, the next thing she said was, see how that happened. What happened to me?
Yeah,
and you trying to like deflect all this nonsense and negativity about your life on somebody else, thinking it's gonna be some sort of like synchronous path to how we can now judge our relationships.
She's definitely spoke out of hurt, because I was like, is she about to cry? I thought absolutely she would speak out of hurt. So that's why Tabitha's response was even better, because she had the discernment and saw that was out of hurt. She was speaking out of hurt, like you heard her heart cry. So for Tabitha to take it like that and really, because sometimes there's people out here who say this is my brand, and then it's like, but this is who I am.
Yeah.
At that time, it seems like her brand and who she am was together.
And on the real, like that's how it really should be.
Absolutely, but we know.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Some people out here can't tell that they have a tattoo or they're in a relationship because their brand doesn't allow them to do that.
a tattoo.
Yes. You forgot there was some sort of people who was hiding their tattoos.
Oh, yeah. I just didn't get the correlation. Yeah,
But
yeah,
can't be
definitely.
who you are because you're trying to sell records. You're trying to be whatever for that. So you need people to buy you, and people won't buy your merch or your whatever you do if you don't present this character.
Yeah, because you got to be who you are for your core audience. Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
So not knowing who she is, but it sounds like this is who she is. Anytime you can come back like that, and it was so graceful. It was like she sung a lullaby. Like it was so happy and so peaceful. It was like, and that was a good read. It was like she didn't teach a class. It was. It was so genuine. Like she might have sat down and prayed before that.
Possible.
Yeah, I was just really, but even go back. Sometimes we have to be careful, even us giving advice or soliciting advice, because sometimes we can do it out of our own pain.
For real. And that's the great, because like the funny thing is, especially when you have an agreement with somebody, like we'll just use us because we know us. You was trying to do what? You was on the path to get your LCSW, because Trikisha is a licensed clinical social worker. You know what I'm saying? Jones, LCSW. License. CEUs is up. You know what I'm saying? Fully realized. Anyway, tax ID. So when .com. So when you have, so we was on your path. And your path took a really long time.
Really long time.
You know what I'm saying? Because of situations and setbacks.
It started again.
And it just was a lot. It was
go back to when I was in grad school. Psychology.
No, I don't even want to go that far back. But it was a lot of days, a lot of driving, a lot of sitting in parking lots in the cold with kids. It was a
lot of crying.
A lot of crying, a lot of consoling. There was a lot of things.
Focusing on trying to get you
on just one person.
And it was like Gilligan Island. It was supposed to be a 2-hour tour turned to a lifetime. It was one of those things too.
Wow, you really reaching our demographic with that reference. Man.
It was a Gilligan Island experience. It was a what's it called? 40 nights and 40 days in the
wilderness.
Thank you. It was a wilderness experience.
Amen. I think we reached some more people with that one.
Got it.
Yeah, it definitely was the never ending story. All right. So but with that, I had to realize, and I realized early just how much, one, you wanted it, and then two, how good you were at what you did. Even
it wasn't 40 days either. I'm sorry, but that bothered me. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. But even when it was supposed to be 40 days. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like even when you had like your setbacks and you had those moments like, I don't want to do this no more. I quit. Forget them. Forget this. God, you told me wrong. Like all those conversations.
Like I must have heard wrong.
Like this ain't for me because I keep on taking these L's and it's hurting my self-esteem.
It was setbacks.
Yes.
Like it's an S.
Yeah, this definitely was. It took a long time, but now that it's here, now it's like, yo, you got a thing. You can actually really do the thing now. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to then, it was my turn. Like now I'm finishing up my schooling. Like I'll be done like in a few weeks. So we had an agreement. Like could be nobody be like, man, like how you gonna just let her do her thing when you can't do your thing?
Yeah.
Man, shut up, mind your business. That's one.
Yeah.
And then two, this is the agreement we had. Now, if I go back on the agreement again, we negotiated terms of our relationship. Of course we had to. Then I would be at fault for ruining something because of my own selfish intent or because I can't see the vision through.
Yeah, we were in a time where it was exactly that. I think we both couldn't be at school at the same time because we had children, responsibilities, and both of us couldn't be grinding like that at the same time.
Nah, there's no way. Because I'm thinking about it right now. Like I
There's
left.
no way.
I left at like 6:30 this morning and came back at like 4:30.
Yeah, now imagine if I was still in school and going through. We could, and even back then, if we both did it, someone had to be here with the kids. Like we had to. But even Rashad going back and having the setbacks, and it's like, hey, I'm having some setbacks. It's taking longer. And he's like, you still can go ahead. You still can go ahead. Go ahead. We're going to see this out until you finish. Because I quit several times. But see, no, go ahead. We're going to ride this out till you quit. And then when I was finished, okay, it's your turn. Tackling you at what you need for me to support you to get to your goal. And so I thought that was perfect. I didn't see Wendy Williams' perspective, maybe because we did the same thing.
Not even that, but because I, as the man, like I haven't treated you in a manner that would elicit such a reaction. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the main thing. Like you said before, like I can't base your relationship off of my personal experiences. Mm-hmm. And that's where we get in trouble all the time. Not even just marriages, but like friendships or just like work relationships or people that
just relationships
or just engaging with people like in general, like people you don't even know. Like for me, I have a problem engaging with people that I don't know because I just don't like to. Like it's not my thing. And some people are way more open and more extroverted. Like that's their thing. Like I met an individual a couple of days ago, and like he was really just happy just to be here. I'm like, fam, this is not really me. You know what I'm saying? But like he was like super happy, and I would have to kind of at least try to match his pace and interest, just so I won't come across as looking aloof and like just like I don't care. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of that when it comes to just understanding where people are and also who they are. But when it comes to like relationships like we have or a marriage, you can't say if she does this, then this is gonna happen next, or
because it happened
to me in my relationship. Mm-hmm. Only thing I can say is like, yo, like I remember so and so happened, and this kind of how it worked out for us. I don't know how it's gonna work out for you, but you may want to look out for these things. But like just giving a blanket statement and saying like, oh yeah, I predict how this is going to end. Wow, that's crazy.
That's the thing, because I didn't see. Of course, I don't know any of these ladies' lives and their marital life, but I didn't see how it was
But it's because it's not.
I didn't see how it was similar
because
he was kind of off her back. They were both working together. They were just so she was building her brand. She was working, and he was working. And the purpose of him even taking that job was like, I'm just going to do this to hold us down until you get to the point where we're comfortable. Then his plan was to always fall back and do what his passion was. So I didn't see it the same, because it's not like he was like, I'm your manager. I'm kind of, you know what I mean?
Like I'm gonna bankroll my success off of you.
No.
Nah, that wasn't the case at all.
But then I can understand what I'm telling. My father's a cop. What person especially during this time, you really don't want your relative being the cop. This ain't the time that you want really your loved ones to be in the cop. So like she said, him coming home and having to take off a bulletproof vest, like I understand that.
I mean, it's a dangerous profession.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially what's going on in this time.
Yeah, but you can't. I mean, but it's always been this time for somebody who has. So I agree with you, but like I would fall back on this time and
I'm saying,
you wouldn't want your, because some people want their spouse to do that.
Yeah, but she actually said.
Yeah, I'm talking about
But I'm talking just her.
Yeah,
she actually said, and from my perspective, like she actually said, I didn't like seeing him come home and have to take off a bulletproof vest as part of his job.
Yeah, I understand. You sound like you was making a blanket statement.
No, that's what actually she said. So especially, not to say there's always been problems with the police, But in a time like this, it's heightened, and maybe because of social media, it's heightened more than you know what I mean. It's heightened. So me in this time, she doesn't want her husband to be out there. It sounded like he did it because he was holding down the family.
Yeah, it was a sacrifice.
Right, but it wasn't his passion. His was to coach, which he's doing now, and he have a nonprofit.
Yeah, we understand.
So I don't see anything. I didn't see it as the same. I was like, what was the comparison? I was completely hurt.
Yeah,
she was triggered.
Yeah, that's it.
That was what it is. She was triggered, and it was only trigger was somebody was staying home, and she felt like the wife was going to make him quit his job and lose his passion, because that's what happened to. I was like, I didn't hear that.
Nah,
like I watched the whole series.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that.
No. Because especially after you realize that it was her and Black Love and her husband, you see how they started. You know what I'm saying? How he flew out to where she was. They figured it out. They roughed it out. You know what I'm saying? Now they're on the ladder, the back end of that. You know what I'm saying? And things are coming into fruition, which they laid seeds for earlier.
23 years later.
Amen. You know, so that's what the whole story is about. Right. But if I take a piece of that and then extrapolate this from the whole conversation, I can grab on to just the headline of it and be like, yo, fam, like, yeah, this is they're gonna end.
But see, even that's a problem, because how you make a comment off a piece of information? Because you know, with her team researched everything.
But again, that was her own doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The team, her team always researched everything.
Of course they did.
So, and I don't watch Wendy Williams anymore.
I'm glad you said anymore.
Yeah, anymore. I used to. So she extracted, and the reason she extracted because she felt like it was. I'm sure she felt like it was so close to her life. She realized she was triggered.
Oh yeah,
she was triggered.
I mean, because even when I was upstairs and I was forced to watch the Wendy Williams story, which you fell asleep on too.
No, don't say that.
You definitely fell asleep on that joint.
I watched it.
Even as she was narrating it, you can see how fresh that wound still was for her throughout the entire time. Like, fam, like this is just sad.
And I hope she's not dating. And you say why? Because you can clearly see the wound is still open. So more than likely you're gonna run into the same kind of situation. And you're not dating. When you're dating and you're not healed, it's just going to open a bigger wound. And then also, if that person come in your life who's the person you're supposed to be married to, or in this relationship with, you're not going to be ready to receive it, because that wound is still now almost, got bugs in it and it's rotten now. Yeah, that's what I have to put in the visual, because that's what most people get. But honestly, if you go in a relationship and you still not healed, the wound's just not going to go away. I know we got this fairy tale that he loved me past my wounds and he had me heal my wounds. That's not always the case. It's not always the case. Sometimes you got to heal yourself.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, man. I hope she does find love.
No,
because
really
it's crazy.
But I hope she finds her love first. I hope she loves herself first and find that love before she goes out and trying to reach into externally and find love. I hope she find internal love.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to stop. Yeah, I really liked the. You right there? Mm-hmm. All right, just making sure.
Some water.
Yeah. You were struggling that last couple of sentences.
Yeah, you had your coffee. I had my throat dry.
I know. You gotta come prepared. I really hope that we see through this discourse for like them that like, yo, there's a way to really handle things in a really approachable and genuine way, and in a very also non-argumentative way. And I'm taking those because that'd be very hard for me to do. I would be trying to ether this joint, or I would be saying nothing. There would be no in between.
No, I guess, girl, that that month.
You wouldn't say that.
No, I'm saying some other people.
Oh,
were
yeah.
responding.
I thought it was more you.
It been the neck rolls and the finger snap.
Yeah, it'd been so much
Or like
more.
some others like, come out the studio, I got you.
Oh, I was about to say, what?
No, some other people been ready to fight. You know that.
Yeah. I know what
But
you're about to
I thought
say.
it was perfect. I thought it was so beautiful and it was so heartfelt. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a beautiful comeback. By comeback, I mean, or we say a read. That was a beautiful read.
You didn't have to explain, Reed.
I did because I said comeback, like I was
Yeah.
comeback kid, like I was oh.
Nah, it was.
Oh, I didn't want to make it seem like she left or something. That's read. You know, I'm tired. You know, this time I'm tired.
Yeah, yo. Well, we appreciate you guys. We stayed, of course, this long. You the real MVP. We'll be back next week-ish. Maybe not.
2 weeks, season 2 and 2.
Those weeks. Might record something just to have something for next week. But yeah. We see you guys. Hit us up on the social medias. Later.